Hey everyone, welcome back to English for Every Day. I'm really happy to see you again today.
And welcome to our channel, friends.
I am excited to see you here. I am Zara.
And I am Leo, and today we are going to talk about a work day.
Work is a big part of our lives. Most of us spend many hours every day working, thinking about work, or preparing for work. That is why talking about a work day is such a common topic in everyday English.
Let's start from the beginning of the day, the morning.
For me, mornings decide how the rest of the day will feel. If the morning is calm, the day usually goes better. If the morning is stressful, everything feels harder.
I feel the same. My work day actually starts before I arrive at work. It starts the moment I wake up. Sometimes even before my alarm rings, my mind is already awake.
Do you wake up easily?
Not really. I need some time. I usually stay in bed for a few minutes and think about what I have to do during the day. Meetings, tasks, deadlines, all of that comes to my mind very fast.
That happens to me too. Sometimes I feel tired before the day even starts, just because I'm thinking about everything.
What is the first thing you do after you wake up?
Honestly, I check my phone. I know it's not the best habit, but I want to see if there are any messages or emails from work.
Same here. Checking emails in the morning can be stressful. One message can change your mood completely.
Exactly. If I see an urgent email, I immediately feel pressure. But if there is nothing important, I feel a bit relieved. After that, I usually get up and get ready for the day. I don't spend much time on breakfast during the week. I just eat something quick.
Do you drink coffee?
Yes, every morning. Coffee is very important for me. Without it, I feel slow and unfocused.
I agree. Coffee helps me wake up and feel more prepared for work. Sometimes I drink it at home, sometimes on the way. Getting ready for work feels very automatic. I don't really think about it anymore. I just follow the same routine every day.
That's true. Wake up, get dressed, eat, and leave the house. It's almost the same every morning. How do you usually go to work?
I usually take public transport. The commute is not too long, but it depends on traffic. Sometimes it's calm, sometimes it's very crowded.
My commute is similar. I try to leave the house at the same time every day. If I leave late, everything becomes stressful.
What do you usually do on the way to work?
I listen to music or podcasts. It helps me relax and prepare mentally for the day.
Sometimes I do the same. Other times I just sit quietly and think. I think about what I didn't finish yesterday and what I need to do today. Do you ever feel nervous on the way to work?
Yes, especially if I know I have an important meeting or a difficult task. My mind starts creating problems that haven't even happened yet.
I know that feeling. Sometimes we worry too much about things that are actually simple.
When I arrive at work, the first thing I do is turn on my computer. That moment feels like the official start of the workday.
Yes, once the computer is on, you are fully at work. Before that, it still feels like you're not completely there. Do you start working immediately?
Not always. First, I check my emails. I want to know what's going on and what people expect from me.
Emails are very important at the start of the day. They show you what kind of day it will be.
Exactly. Some days are calm with only a few emails. Other days are full of messages, requests, and problems. After checking emails, I usually try to plan my day. I don't always write it down, but I make a plan in my head.
I like to write my tasks down. It helps me feel more organized and less stressed.
The problem is that plans often change. New tasks appear, meetings are added, and priorities change.
That's true. A workday is never completely predictable. How do you feel at the beginning of the workday?
It depends. Some days I feel motivated and ready to work. Other days I feel tired and not very focused. I think that's normal. We are not machines. Our energy changes every day. In the morning, people at work are usually quiet. Everyone is still waking up.
Yes, we say good morning, but real conversations usually happen later. I like that quiet time. It's one of the few moments when work feels peaceful.
Me too. It's like a short, calm moment before the day becomes busy. But even in that calm, there is pressure. You know the work is waiting for you.
That's true. The tasks don't disappear just because it's quiet. And this is only the beginning of the workday. After the morning quiet, the workday slowly becomes more active. People start talking more, phones ring more often, and messages keep coming.
Yes, the middle of the day feels very different from the morning. In the morning, you prepare yourself. In the middle of the day, you are already inside the work. This is the time when I usually start feeling real pressure. Tasks that felt small in the morning start to feel heavier.
I feel that too, especially when several things need to be done at the same time. You try to focus, but something always interrupts you. Emails, messages, meetings, phone calls. It's hard to stay focused for a long time. Do you have many meetings during the day?
It depends on the day. Some days are full of meetings, others have only one or two. But even one meeting can change the whole rhythm of the day.
That's true. Meetings take time, but they also take energy. Sometimes after a long meeting, I feel more tired than after working on tasks. And not all meetings are useful. Some could be emails.
I agree. Sometimes you sit in a meeting and think, why am I here? But you still need to listen and participate. During meetings, I try to stay focused and take notes. If I don't, my mind starts to wander.
My mind wanders too. I start thinking about tasks I haven't finished yet or things I need to do later.
Do you ever feel stressed when you speak in meetings?
Yes, especially when I need to share my opinion or explain something. I want to sound clear and confident, but sometimes I feel nervous.
That's normal. Speaking at work can be stressful, especially when people expect answers.
After meetings, I usually try to return to my tasks. But it's not always easy to go back into focus.
Yes, it takes time to concentrate again. Your mind is still thinking about what was said in the meeting.
This is usually the time when I start multitasking. I answer emails while working on tasks, and sometimes even while talking to colleagues. Multitasking feels productive, but it can also be exhausting. You feel busy all the time, but not always effective.
Exactly. At the end of the day, you feel tired, but you're not sure what you actually finished. Do you take breaks during the day?
I try to. Small breaks help me clear my mind. Even 5 minutes can make a difference.
I agree. Sometimes I just stand up, walk a little, or get some water. It helps reduce stress. Lunchtime is also important. Do you usually eat lunch at work?
Yes, I do. Lunch is a short pause in the day. It's a moment to relax a bit and talk about things that are not work-related. Lunch conversations are very different from work conversations. People talk about their lives, plans and feelings.
It's nice to remember that your co-workers are people, not just colleagues.
True, those moments make work feel more human. But lunchtime always feels short. You eat, talk, and suddenly it's time to go back to work.
Yes, and after lunch, energy levels change. Sometimes I feel more relaxed, other times I feel sleepy. The afternoon can be challenging. You still have many tasks, but your energy is lower.
That's when discipline becomes important. Motivation doesn't always last, but work still needs to be done. I try to organize my tasks so that difficult tasks are done earlier. But it doesn't always work. Sometimes the hardest tasks stay until the afternoon, and that makes everything feel heavier.
Do you ever feel overwhelmed during the day?
Yes, especially when new tasks appear unexpectedly. You feel like you're always behind.
I feel that too. It's like you're running, but the finish line keeps moving. In those moments, I try to slow down and focus on one thing at a time. If I think about everything, I feel stressed.
That's a good strategy. One task at a time is better than many tasks at once.
Still, the middle of the workday is the most intense part. This is when most things happen.
Yes, this is when decisions are made, problems appear, and responsibilities feel real.
By this time, the workday has already taken a lot of energy. And yet, there is still more to come. As the afternoon begins, the workday starts to feel heavier. Time moves differently. The clock seems slower, and the body feels more tired.
Yes, this is the moment when I really feel the length of the day. In the morning, everything feels possible. In the afternoon, energy becomes limited. I notice that my concentration drops. I read the same sentence again and again, and it still doesn't feel clear.
That happens to me too. Simple tasks suddenly feel difficult. Things that were easy in the morning now require more effort. This is usually when deadlines start to feel real. In the morning, deadlines feel far away. In the afternoon, they feel close.
Deadlines create pressure. Even if no one is pushing you, you feel it inside. Do you work better under pressure?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Pressure can help me focus, but too much pressure makes me anxious.
I feel the same. A little pressure is motivating, but too much makes everything stressful. In the afternoon, messages and emails feel more annoying. Every notification breaks my focus.
Yes, by that time, I just want to finish my tasks and stop being interrupted. Do you ever feel physically tired at work?
Definitely. Sitting for many hours affects the body. My back, my neck, my eyes, everything feels tired. That's why small breaks are important. Stretching, walking, or just standing up helps a lot.
Still, there is a mental tiredness that breaks can't fully fix. Mental fatigue is real. Even when your body is fine, your mind feels full. In the afternoon, I also start thinking about going home. Not in a strong way, but the thought appears.
Yes, you start imagining the end of the day. What you will do after work, what you will eat, how you will relax. Those thoughts are comforting, but they can also reduce focus.
That's true. Sometimes I catch myself thinking more about the evening than about the task in front of me. How do you deal with that?
I remind myself that finishing my work properly will make my evening better. If I rush or make mistakes, I'll just think about work later.
That's a good point. A calm evening often starts with a good ending at work. As the afternoon continues, people around me also seem more tired. Conversations become shorter, voices quieter.
Yes, the energy in the office changes. There is less talking, less movement. People are counting time, even if they don't say it.
Exactly. Everyone is waiting for the moment when the workday ends. But before that, there is usually one last push, one more task, one more email, one more small problem.
That final part can be frustrating. You feel like you're almost done, but something keeps you there. Still, finishing tasks gives a sense of relief. Even small tasks feel like victories.
I like to finish my day by checking what I've done. It reminds me that I didn't waste the day.
That's important. Work days can feel endless, but progress still happens. Even if the day was difficult, finishing it gives a quiet sense of satisfaction.
By the end of the afternoon, energy is low, but responsibility is still there. And slowly, the workday starts moving toward its end. As the day slowly comes closer to its end, the atmosphere at work begins to change. The pressure is still there, but it feels different now. It's no longer about starting or continuing, it's about finishing.
Yes, the focus shifts. You stop thinking about new tasks and start thinking about what can realistically be completed before the day ends. I usually look at the clock more often at this point, not because I hate my job, but because my energy is low. Same here. Time awareness increases. Every minute feels important. Do you try to finish everything before leaving?
I try, but it's not always possible. Some tasks need more time, and I've learned to accept that not everything can be done in one day.
That acceptance is important. Otherwise, you carry work stress home with you.
Exactly. When I first started working, I felt guilty if something was unfinished. Now I understand that work never really ends. There will always be something left for tomorrow.
Yes, and that thought can be both comforting and frustrating. Before leaving, I usually check my email one last time. I want to make sure nothing urgent appeared.
I do the same. That final check gives a sense of closure. After that, I organise my desk a little. It's a small habit, but it helps me mentally end the day.
I like that idea. A clean desk makes the next morning feel easier. As people start packing their things, the office becomes quieter. Chairs move, bags close, computers shut down. That sound of shutting down a computer feels symbolic. It's like saying, the workday is over.
Yes, it's a small but powerful moment. How do you usually feel when you leave work?
It depends on the day. Some days I feel satisfied, other days I feel drained, but almost always I feel relief.
Relief is the right word. No matter how the day went, leaving work feels like letting go. On the way out, people often look different, less formal, more relaxed.
Yes, shoulders drop, faces soften. Work mode slowly disappears. During the commute home, I try not to think about work too much. It's not always easy, but I try.
I sometimes replay the day in my head, what I did well, what I could improve. Reflection can be useful as long as it doesn't turn into stress.
That's true. The goal is to learn, not to punish yourself. By the time I get home, I usually feel a mix of emotions. Tired, relieved, sometimes proud.
Workdays take a lot from us, but they also show our effort. And even though the day is ending, the experience stays with us. The workday may be over, but the thoughts about it haven't completely disappeared yet.
After leaving work, the day is not fully over inside your head. Even when you change clothes and sit down at home, parts of the workday stay with you.
Yes, that feeling is very familiar. You are physically at home, but mentally you are still replaying moments from the day.
Sometimes I think about conversations I had at work, what I said, how I said it, and what I could have said differently.
I do that too, especially if something felt uncomfortable or unclear. Those moments stay longer than the good ones.
It's interesting how the mind works. You can have 10 normal moments at work, but one difficult moment stays with you all evening.
That's true. The mind focuses on problems more than on calm moments. Do you try to stop those thoughts, or do you let them happen?
At first, I tried to push them away, but now I usually let them come and go. Fighting thoughts often makes them stronger.
That's a good point. Accepting thoughts can make them quieter. In the evening, I notice how tired I really am. During the day, I stay strong because I have to. After work, the tiredness appears.
Yes, the body finally relaxes, and you feel everything at once. Physical tiredness and mental tiredness together. That's why evenings are important. They help us recover from the day. Some evenings feel peaceful, others feel heavy. It depends on how the day went. When the workday was stressful, the evening feels shorter. You need more time to feel calm again.
I agree. On those days, even simple things feel harder. But evenings also give space for personal thoughts, thoughts about life, goals, and feelings. Work keeps us busy, but evenings remind us who we are outside of work.
That's an important reminder. We are more than our jobs. Even when work feels overwhelming, the evening shows that the day has limits.
Yes, no matter how hard the day was, it ends. And that thought already brings a little calm.
When the day finally comes to an end, there is a quiet moment that many people don't notice. A moment when everything slows down.
Yes, that moment is important. It's when you realize the day is over and you did what you could. A workday is not only about tasks, emails, and meetings. It's also about effort, patience, and responsibility.
Some days feel productive, other days feel confusing or exhausting. But every day asks something from you, and every day you give something back.
That's true. Even on difficult days, showing up matters. Many people judge their workday only by results, but effort is just as important.
Sometimes the biggest achievement is simply continuing, even when you feel tired.
I like that idea. Not every workday needs to be perfect. Some days are about progress, others are about endurance. Work teaches us discipline. It teaches us how to deal with pressure, time, and people.
It also teaches us about ourselves, our limits, our strengths, and our habits. Over time, work days shape our routines and our character.
But it's important to remember that work is part of life, not the whole life.
Yes, your value is not measured only by your job or your productivity.
A balanced life allows space for work, rest, and personal meaning.
At the end of the day, what matters is not how busy you were, but how you treated yourself and others.
Tomorrow will bring a new workday, new challenges, and new opportunities.
And you don't need to have everything figured out.
One day at a time is enough. Thank you for being here with us today.
We appreciate your time. See you in the next lesson.